Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Mavericks baseball. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set to go here at Lindbergh Craig Field for a Wednesday night game between the Helena Senators and the Missoula Mavericks.
Helping folks connect to our community.
And this one will be a full 9-inning game. We're going to go ahead and jump into our starters right away. And starting things off with the Helena Senators, their leadoff batter, Ty McGarren. He's going to be in center field.
Number 13,
Miller. Oh, we don't have the numbers on here. Ethan Kites is going to be the second baseman, batting second. Batting third will be Caden Sell. He's going to hold down first base. Brady Anderson will be the wall behind the plate at the catcher position, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Hunter Kirkpatrick. He's the shortstop. Ryan Barrett, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Seth Barrett. He's going to hang out in right field. The third baseman, Hunter Lindgren, will bat eighth. Batting ninth is Zach Spiroff. He's going to hang out in left field. And our pitcher tonight for the Helena Senators will be Chase Nielsen.
In left field, number 6.
For the Missoula Mavericks, their starting lineup, starting out with the number 1 spot is number 3, Brendan Hill. He's going to hang out in center field. Dane Frazier will bat second. He's going to hold down first base. Trad Richardson, we're going to see him in a new spot as he's going to hang out in right field, batting third. The DH tonight will bat fourth. That's Jake Lintner. Sam Busey will bat fifth. He's going to hang out in left with Richardson in right. Caden Heydrich will hold down third base, batting sixth. Stuart Long is your shortstop for the Mavericks, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the catcher, Andrew Clausen. And rounding it out, the second baseman, Thomas Martin for the Mavericks. On the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, it will be the one and only Dylan Chalmers.
Brendan Hill at first base, number 7.
As they announce the Mavericks here, Paul Yarbrough, the voice of Missoula Maverick baseball. And he will be traveling with me to Helena next Wednesday night as we'll have a 9-inning game under the lights in Helena.
At third base, number 11, Caden Heydrich.
But he is announcing tonight at the PA as we get set to go here at Lindbergh Craig Field. First Wednesday night game, first game under the lights this year. And it's very exciting as, well, we had a little rain come through, a little moisture, and everybody's wiping down the seats right now and getting ready to get set in. Our officials tonight, it'll be the plate umpire Mike Hughes and Nick Yonke in the field. We're going to go ahead and step aside as they have the national anthem. You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to our start of our game between the Helena Senators and the Missoula Mavericks here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as Dylan Chalmers warms up on the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound. Set to have a good one tonight. And with the Billings parents here, the Billings Royals parents here last weekend, some of them were saying that Helena is the team to beat this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how things are going to work out with Helena with that prediction. We're ready to go with our first batter at the plate. And it will be the center fielder, Ty McGurran. So McGurran sets up. Chalmers ready for his first pitch of the game. Left-handed batter in the box. Here's the pitch. And it'll be cranked into center field. First pitch is going to be at 7 p.m. as Brendan Hill is going to put it in the glove for
the game time temperature at the Missoula International Airport.
Out number 1. Our temperature today at game time is 58 degrees with a wind coming out of the north at 4 miles an hour. That'll bring us to Ethan Kites, the second baseman. And a pitch over the plate for strike 1. Dylan Chalmers on the mound for the Mavericks, and, well, he is looking to be one of those top pitchers, as this one will be popped straight up in the air over second. Thomas Martin says it's his. He'll put it in the glove, and that's 2 down now to start the first inning. And
first baseman number 16, Caden Self.
Grabbing stats here, and I happen to grab last week's stats, so that's not going to help us out. It's Caden Sell now for the Senators. Here's Chalmers' pitch. And it'll be over this plate for strike 1. So 0-1 on the count with 2 outs, nobody on. Helena Senators at the plate, start the game. And an outside pitch on the left-hander will be strike 2. Our umpire, Mike Use, giving us good heavy calls out there. Here's the pitch by Chalmers, and this one will be cranked on, but it's going to be foul. And we will have the batter stay alive at 2-2. And now that I'm organized with my stats, this one will be rolled out, picked up by the shortstop. Here's the throw to first, and Frazier's got to hop on it. The runner's going to reach off of the air.
The catcher number
so now with 2 outs,
Brady Anderson.
A runner on off of the air, and we come to the catcher, Brady Anderson, for the Senators. Anderson will settle in, and here's the Chalmers pitch. This one bounces out. This time the shortstop, he's going to taste it, give it to Thomas at second, and Thomas cannot handle a throw. And back-to-back errors will put runners on at first and second for the Mavericks. So with back-to-back errors, we jump to the number 5 spot batter. That's a shortstop, Hunter Kirkpatrick. And Chalmers with the inside pitch over the plate for strike one. Runners will take their leads at first and second. And here's the 0-1 by Chalmers. Bounced out, and Heydrich cannot put a glove on it. That'll send it down the line. They're going to go ahead and bring the runner from second around the corner at third, and they'll hold the runner from first up at third. And the throw to second with a runner safe, and the Senators get one on the board on the 5 Valley Auto save.
Ryan Barrett.
And are they going to score that one as a hit? That's a hit, okay. So we got our first hit of the game. With runners at second and third now and 2 outs. Here's Chalmers' deal. And a high pitch for ball one. It's Ryan Barrett, the designated hitter, in the box. This one's into center field, and Hill will backpedal just a step, puts it in the glove, and that's the side. So 1 run earned, 1 hit, and 2 left behind. We go to the bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field. First game under the lights here for the season for the Missoula Mavericks as they take on the Helena Senators in a 9-inning non-conference game. And these are always fun ones. We did one in Helena last week. Very exciting, and now we're ready to go for the Mavericks' first home game under the lights as the lights have been turned on in the outfield. For the Mavericks, top of the order, Brendan Hill, Dane Frazier, and Terad Richardson to bat for the Mavericks. It is Chase Nielsen on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Senators. Chase warming up on the mound. And last week, it would be a Senators win after a late inning. It would be a pretty close game until the late innings, and Senators able to find the bat, put runners on, and earn runs off of it. So Mavericks looking to take one back from the Senators. Brendan Hill at the plate for his first at-bat of the game. Hill steps in, and Use will get us going. Here's the first pitch by Nielsen. Swung on for strike one. So Nielsen gets up on the swing, 0-1. Here's Hill, ready for the next pitch, and he'll let it go by for a strike two. Should be a pretty good game between these two pitchers. I expect to see a duel here between Nielsen and Chalmers. Hill will make contact, but this will be fouled down the third base line. Keeps it Hill alive at 0-2. Good crowd here. We had a little bit of rain before the game started, but didn't keep the crowd away as they've moved in here, dusted the rain off the chairs and settled in. Pitch on the way. And we get ball 1 to Hill. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with the leadoff batter in the box. Here's the pitch. And we go even at 2. Hill, a patient batter for the Mavericks. And we get a full count now. So Nielsen would get up on the count 0-2, and then the last 3 pitches have been teasers. Here's the 3-2. And Hill with this one popping right over and landing right above us. Keeps us alive at 3-2. Nielsen with the pitch. And Hill will have this one in play down the baseline. Third. Throw to first is there, but not in time. And Brendan Hill will be on for the Mavericks to start the game with Trad Richardson coming to the plate.
The first baseman, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Or Dane Frazier, Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle. So Frazier to settle in. Some clouds here, but it looks like on the radar things are going to clear out for us. A little spotty. And the outside pitch on Frazier will be ball 1. And today in Missoula has been a typical Montana day. If you just wait 5 minutes, the weather will change, as we've had beautiful sunshine with clear skies and then clouds and then a little bit of a drizzle here and there. Frazier will send this one into center field. Gurin is there, and that will be out number 1. Hill hangs.
The right fielder, number 13, Trad Richardson.
At first. That'll bring us to Trad Richardson, who is in right field tonight. He looks down the line with Hathaway giving the signal. Nielsen with the stretch. They're going to throw to first. And Hill will dive in that nice white jersey's got pride stripes down the front of it. Here's the pitch by Nielsen. And Richardson's going to have this one short in right field, even though it is high in the air. And that will be out number 2 on the pop out. Takes us to the designated hitter,
number 4, Jake Littner.
Jake Littner. Littner settles in with Hill at first and 2 outs on the board. Here's the pitch. And Littner will send this one to left field. Left fielder has got a beat on it, puts it in the glove, and that is the side. So the Mavericks load Hill up out of the gate, but he's left behind. And we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN as we hop up to the top of the second inning. Hill and the Senators, Missoula Mavericks tied at 0. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field as we are just ready to go here.
Right fielder number 4, Seth Barrett.
For Seth Barrett, the right fielder. Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and the first pitch will be fouled off for strike 1. So for Helena, it's going to be their 7, 8, 9 batters, bottom of the order. as Chalmers puts this one over the plate for strike 2. The Senators able to run through 2/3 of their order in that first inning as this one swung on, and Chalmers will have a K for the first out of the inning.
Base number 14, Hunter Lindgren.
Takes us to Hunter Lindgren, the third baseman. Chalmers, foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And a low pitch will get us ball 1. Mavericks will go on the road this weekend as they have the Billings Tour, as I like to refer it. Scarlets and Royals on Saturday, as a low pitch will give us ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second inning, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And then on Sunday, it'll be the Scarlets and Post 22 out of Rapid City, as we get strike 1 now to Hunter Lindgren. Zach Spearoff in the on-deck circle for the Senators, as this one's popped foul to get us an even count at 2 now. Chalmers with the stretch. And this one's going to be off the toe of Clausen. He'll chase it down, pass ball. Throw to first, and it's low, and the runner will reach off the pass ball. So Zach Spearoff, bottom of the order, comes to the plate. Spearoff hanging out in left field. So 1 out and a runner at first. Bottom of the order in the box. Here's Chalmers. And we'll have ball 1. Clausen has come on and been a great transition. And this one will get us to ball 2. Ty McGurn in the on-deck circle for the Senators with 1 out and 1 on. Lindgren steps from first, and a high pitch will get us 3-0. Spearoff settles back in. And we get a walk to put runners at first and second now for the Mavericks with 1 out.
Number 10,
swings us to the top of the order. And that's going to bring out Hathaway to check in with Chalmers. You know, folks, it's getting to be nice outside, and everybody's wanting to go outside and work, but there's one place in Missoula where you have the largest variety and the biggest facility that works within the community, and that would be Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana, with locations throughout the state. You can get your fuel on when you're on the go. Check them out online at www.fitness.com for a location near you. Fuel Fitness is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So we get back to the action. Chalmers with the pitch, and this one's going to be cranked foul for strike 1. McGurn. And I'll bring up the iScore, and you can follow along with the stats on iScore as the outside pitch even is us out at 1. And it looks like Zach Hangus is warming up in the Maverick bullpen right now. So I'm just wondering if maybe Hathaway is going back to his 2-inning rotation of pitchers as he had leading up to Billings this weekend. And a swing for strike 2. Senators lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, getting a run in that opening inning. Runners at first and second. Chalmers now with the pitch. And the lefty will swing foul. Keeps him alive at 1-2. McGurran 0 for 1 with a flyout. On the day. Chalmers so far, 28 total pitches. 20 of them have found the plate or been a strike, and this is going to be a strikeout for out number 2. Slow swing by McGurran. That'll bring up Ethan Kites, the second baseman. A little bit of a breeze here in Missoula as the flag ripples out in center field. Chalmers now with the stretch. And a low pitch will be ball 1. With 2 outs on the board, the Mavericks will have their 5, 6, 7 batters scheduled in the bottom of the second. Each team with a hit so far, as Chalmers will find the outside of the plate for strike 1 against Kites. It does have Caden Sell in the on-deck circle. Low pitch. Goes 2-1 on the count, so Zach Hangus warming up. And Hangus had a great game on Saturday night against the Royals. He would pitch all 7 innings to help the Mavericks get to a win. This one's going to be off the bat, bounced out. Martin comes up for it, but he can't put it in the glove, and loaded bases off of the air. So we go to Caden Sell with loaded bases and 2 outs for the Senators. Chalmers now with the stretch. And this one's going to be hit over the head of the shortstop. Runner from third's around. They'll bring the runner from second around the corner. And a holdup. So the Senators will earn 2 runs off of the double to make it 3-0. Helena on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And Brady Anderson, the catcher, will come to the plate.
Number 17, Brady Anderson.
Chalmers steps up onto the rubber as Anderson settles in. First pitch to Anderson's over the plate for strike 1. Chalmers with the stretch. And we go even at 1. For Chalmers this year, pitched in 4 games. 2 of them he has started. He's 1-0. 14 hits, 9 runs. None of them have been earned. He's not walked a batter and struck out 12 going into tonight's game. We're 2-1 on the count for Anderson, as he'll bounce this one right at Chalmers. Chalmers will go ahead and toss it over. Frazier will have the foot on the bag, and that's the side. So 2 earned,
1 error, 2 runners left.
2 left behind, and the Senators will take a 3-0 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the second, right after.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and the Cross Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the bottom of the second inning between the Missoula Mavericks and the Helena Senators here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Wednesday night game under the lights, 9 innings, and I am fired up and excited about it. Sam Busey will lead things off, 5, 6, 7 batters. Busey, Heydrich, and Long scheduled on the inning. On the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, it is Chase Nielsen for the Senators. And Busey will head to the plate for his first at-bat of the night. Nielsen had a hit to start out with Hill getting on, and then after that, he would get the batters out. Here's the pitch by Nielsen, and that one's going to be a tag right to Busey. And for the second inning in a row, the Mavericks will have a runner at first to start things off as Caden Heydrich comes to the plate. He looks down the line, Hathaway with the signal. And now the pitch. Low and in the dirt, and Anderson will have it in front of him, ball 1. Busey steps away from first. And Nielsen with the pitch. This one's going to be cracked out. Second baseman will have it in the dirt. He's not able to handle it. The throw is made, but is it in time? Yes. As our field umpire, Nick Yonke, says he's out. That'll move Busey over to second. And we'll have one out of the board as the shortstop, Stuart Long, comes to the plate. And this one will bounce down. The third baseman can't get it in the glove. Busey will hold up at third. The throw to first is not in time. And the Mavericks will have runners on the corners with one out on the board.
Andrew Clausen.
So the catcher now, Andrew Clausen. Clausen will settle in. One of 4 catchers on the squad, as he'll have this one off the grips, foul for strike 1. Clausen, Richardson, King, and Frazier all spending time behind the plate this year, as the pitch will get us to ball 1. And Long out there at first, thought about going, but Mosier called him back. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks, Thomas Martin with one out, runners at first and third. Nielsen will lean in for the pitch. And this one's going to tag Clausen in the back. And Nielsen will put runners on off the hit by pitch, 2 of them.
Thomas Martin.
As Thomas Martin comes to the plate. So loaded bases with one out for the Mavericks. Busey at third, Long at second, and Clausen. As Martin will have this one to the third baseman. They're going to throw to second for the out, and will not make the throw down the line as Busey comes home. And now Long will slide in, and they'll say safe, and the Mavericks tag 2 runs up on the board with a runner at first. And it's now 3-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We swing to the top of the order for Brendan Hill. With 2 outs. Nielsen now throwing back to first as Martin dives back in. Here's the pitch. And Hill finds the hole in center field. Martin will come around the corner at second as the center fielder, McGurran, not able to wrangle it. They're going to bring Martin around. Martin's on his way home. Hill will stand up at third, and the Mavericks tie it up at 1. They will score it as a hit, but an error on the center fielder. And the Mavericks now with 2 outs have tied it up at 3 with Hill standing at third and Dane Frazier stepping into the box. And Frazier will let the pitch come by inside for ball 1. Frazier settles in, and the pitch is on its way. He'll let that one ride by, but it'll be over the plate. We're even at 1 on the count. We'll have our last high school softball game tomorrow night as the Loyola Breakers will head to Mission to take on Mac as we get an outside pitch for ball 2. And Mac, well, that would be the co-op of Mission, Arlee, and Charlo. And they are going to be a tough challenge for the reigning champion Florence Falcons to get out of the divisional tournament. As Frazier will roll this one out to the shortstop. Picked up on the dirt. The throw to first is on the hop, but there, and that's the side. So the Mavericks will earn 3 runs to tie it up at 3. They'll leave Hill behind, and we have the top of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Be on the lookout for parents in the stands selling split.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the third inning, tied at 3 here at Lindbergh Craigfield. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network for a Wednesday night game between the Missoula Mavericks of the Helena Senators. And, well, there's been a change on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Zach Hangus now stands on the rubber warming up with Andrew Clausen. So Frazier is done as the throw to second is just wide of long. For the Senators, it's their 5, 6, 7 batters, Hunter Kirkpatrick, to kick things off as he approaches the plate. Kirkpatrick 1 for 1 with a base hit on the day, reaching his first at-bat. Here's the pitch by Hangus, and we'll have strike 1. Hangus very impressive with his outing on Saturday night. And a check swing will be over the plate for strike 2. And Saturday was pretty interesting as the low pitch will give us ball 1. Game 1, we would have all our players for the Mavericks. And then it was prom night for the Missoula County Public Schools. So 10 of the 20 players on the team as this one's rocketed into center field. Hill comes in and says he's got it, and it's in the glove, and that will retire the leadoff batter on the inning. So they had
Number 3, Ryan Barrett.
prom on Saturday night, 21 players on the roster. 10 of them would head out for prom as Ryan Barrett, the DH, comes to the plate. That would leave 10 behind to play with one that was out with an injury. And this one's down the line. Hydro tries to pick it up. The throw to first is there. Frazier will stretch out, but the runner will be just a hair ahead. And a reach off the air with one out for the Senators.
Number 4.
We go to Seth Barrett now. So, Mavericks down to 10 players, with Kellen Feely, the only one in the dugout during the defensive portion of the Mavericks game. And this one's into right field. It's got some leg on it. Richardson's got to jump back, and this one's off the wall as you hear it bounce. They'll go ahead and hold the runner up. Richardson with a shot from deep right field, and the double will put runners at second and third with one out for the Senators. Hunter Lindgren coming to the plate now. And the Mavericks did well against the Royals in Game 2 with the seniors taking off and, well, some of the underclassmen as well for that prom, getting the win 10-6. And then Sunday was a rough return as the Mavericks would drop both games, going 1-3 on the weekend against the Royals. Here's a pitch over the plate for strike one on Lindgren. And Clausen's going to head out and check in with Hengis on the pitch. And Clausen back very quickly. So the 1-3 outing against the Royals left the Mavericks at 4-7. Let me double check that. Yeah, 4-7 on the season, as Hengis will deal a strike to go 0-2 on the count. Runners at second and third with one out. Hengis leans in to get the pitch from Clausen. And now we'll have the stretch. This one's fouled off, keeping the bat alive at 0-2. Bottom of the order, standing in the on-deck circle for the Senators. Hengis now. With the stretch. And we get our first ball pitch to Lindgren. Lindgren 0 for 1. Reached off the pass ball. Here's the pitch. And this one will be just over Hill's head. It's going to roll into the gap, and that'll bring the runner from third. They swing the runner around from second, and the Senators earn 2 runs off of the double by Lindgren, and with one out, that'll bring up Zach Spiroff and a runner at second. And it's now 5-3 Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Dylan Chalmers in the first 2 innings. Adjustment was made, and Hengis came in at the top of this one. Chalmers would give up 3 runs in his 2 innings, as this one's fouled backwards to keep Spiroff alive. Spiroff walked his first at bat. Hengis nods at Clausen's call, and now the pitch. And a hesitation, but we'll have ball 2 to go even on the count. Hangus gets the call. Runner at second steps away, and Hangus will spy him. And we get a full count at 3-2 now. One out on the board. Lindgren at second after the double that earned 2 runs. Here's the pitch by Hangus. And we'll have strike 2. So I was off on my count. It's 2-2 on the board. So I apologize for that. And this one will be just hit off the grip. Foul, and that one came inside, and Spiroff swung on it. And another foul pitch, stretching out Hangus's pitch count as Spiroff continues to battle. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. For the Senators, 1 out on the board. Here's the pitch. And a reach to strike out the batter for out number 2.
Number 10, Ty
Swings us to the top of the order to Ty McGurran. As McGurran settles in. Hangus with the pitch. 2 runs earned here in the top of the third to make it 5-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. A swing for strike 1. With 2 outs on the board for the Mavericks, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 batters in the bottom of the third inning. Hangus deals the pitch, and this one's going to roll out. Bay will pick it up in the dirt, throws to first. It's just behind the batter, and that'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Number 11, Ethan Kines.
Ethan Kines now at the plate for the Senators with 2 outs on the board and runners at first and second. Top of the third inning. 9 innings tonight between the Senators and the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Strike 1, and Hangus with a great pitch. That one started down the pipe and slid outside at the last second. So 0-1 on the count. And this one will be just over Hill's head, or over Bay's head again. They'll spring the runner around from second home, and a score. We'll make it 6-3 Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As we come to Caden Sell. So with 2 outs, there's runners at second and third for the Senators. Hangus nods at the call. And this one's going to be rocketed up in the air over first base. Frazier's calling for it, stepping out of the way, and Martin will put it in the glove, and that's a side. So runners left behind after 3 were earned, and the Senators lead 6-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the third. Coming up, you're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Limborg Craig Field as the Helena Senators and the Missoula Mavericks are playing a Wednesday night game with the Senators leading 6-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it will be their 3-4-5 batters. Trad Richardson to lead it off, Jake Lentner in the on-deck circle, and Sam Busey in the hole. So Chase Nielsen on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, tossing the rocket and getting ready to go. He's being warmed up by Brady Anderson of the Senators. Richardson's ready to go, standing on the fringe. Just a couple of more pitches left for Nielsen to warm up. Mavericks will have a road trip this coming Saturday. Actually, the next 5 games will be on the road, as we'll have 2 in Billings on Saturday. Senators and Royals and Scarlets. And then on Sunday, it'll be the Scarlets and Post 22 out of Rapid City. And then next Wednesday, 1 week from today, we'll be back in Helena as Trad Richardson steps inside the box. And we'll actually have Paul Yarbrough on the call for that game from Helena. Pitch outside over the plate for strike 1. So Paul making the trip over to Helena with us next weekend to do some commentary. Here's Nielsen with the pitch, and Richardson's going to have a foul ball for strike 2. For Trad, 0 for 1 on the game. Looking at Richardson's stats over the season so far, as Nielsen will deal, and this one's right at Nielsen. It's going to bounce just past second, and Richardson's going to find himself on today.
Number 4, Jake Littner.
So the DH now comes to the plate, Jake Littner, with 1 on and no outs. And for Richardson, in 32 at-bats, that'll be his 15th single, as Littner will have the center fielder not able to get it. It's going to roll deep into center field. Richardson, they're waving him around. He's on his way home. Littner is on his way to third, and he will slide in and dies out at the last second, but he gets his foot or his hand on the bag, and Richardson will make it a 6-4 game. Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Sam Busey now at the plate. Nielsen with the pitch, and a low pitch will get us ball 1. So Littner with a big shot into center field. As this one will bounce out, the shortstop will be able to get it. They're going to throw to first. No, they'll throw home, but Littner will score on the hobble. And they're going to say that he never touched base, so he'll be out at home. So Littner missed the plate at home, and that'll be out number 2 with Busey at first. And from up here, you couldn't see whether he got on the plate there or not. Regardless, there's 1 out on the board with Caden Heydrich stepping into the box. Nielsen will have his first pitch to Hydro, and it's a swing for strike 1. Couldn't tell from up here whether Littner had his touch on that plate or not, but the umpire, Mike Hughes, saying no. And the tag by Anderson for out number 2. Even count at 1 with a runner at first in Busey. Here's the pitch. And this one's foul to get us to strike 2. So Hydro will step in. And Hydro was a fun one to watch last year. Last year was his first year with the AA portion of the Mavericks, the AA squad, and was the youngest player on the squad at 16. As this one's in the dirt, that'll give Busey the base at second. He'll round the corner, still looking for it, so he'll turn on the engine and make his way to third. The wild pitch will put a threat at third for the Mavericks with one out. So 2-2 on the count. As Hydro steps in. Nielsen will deal. And Hydro slices this one into center field. Center fielder, this time he'll have the dive on the catch. Busey tags as the throw is made, and the Mavericks make it a one-run game with 2 outs, 6-5, Helena Senators. That drops us down to the 5-spot batter in Stuart Long. Actually, he's the 7th spot. I was behind. Didn't mark down my batting order here. As Long steps in, and it sounds like Jay has gotten on air as the Helena radio was having some issues to get things going, and well, they are now broadcasting. 0-1 on the count. Pitch over the plate will make it strike 2 to Long. For Long, 1 for 1. He had a single his first at bat. Bases are clear with 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 to Long. And a ball. Andrew Clausen in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. It's the middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Senators with 2 outs on the board in the top of the 4th as Long will swing. Foul ball. Keeps him alive at 1-2. And the gate is now open down the third base line for the Senators. So Senators looking to make their change. And Long will reach. This is going to be down the line to the first baseman. The race will be won by the first baseman. Mavericks earn 2 to make it 6-5. Nobody left behind. Top of the 4th right after this. You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning with the Mavericks swinging back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to make it 6-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And starting things off, it is the catcher, Brady Anderson, with Hangus throwing for a 2nd inning, and this is going to be taken into center field. Hill, you're there easily in the glove, and the first batter is knocked down. So Hunter Kirkpatrick, the shortstop now for the Senators, with 1 out on the board and nobody on. And the gate opened down the third base line, and just trying to get a peek on what that number might be. And Hangus will put this over the plate for a strike. And this one will go for a ride into center field. Hill with a easy backup on it, and we have out number 2 as Brendan Hill gets a workout in this inning.
Number 3, Ryan Barrett.
And Ryan Barrett, one of the twins, from what I understand. Ryan Barrett and Seth Barrett, twins. It's always cool in the past few years, or in the past when I've covered high school sports, I've come across twins being on the same team, and that's always cool to see as Hangus will slide this over the plate for strike 1. 2 outs on the board with nobody on. And we go even on the count, but with the twin situation, it's always fun, and talking to teammates of the players just to see what kind of personalities they have, and just learning about that process. As this one's going to be fouled, it will have contact. Then we'll have strike 2. Senators able to get their 6 runs off of 6 hits. They've committed 1 error. The Mavericks 5 runs off of 6 hits, but they have committed 4 as this one's down foul into the bullpen down the third base line, with a young man warming up and just can't quite get a number. It looks like it's a single-digit number, as this one will be over Bay's head, finding the hole in the defense, and with 2 outs, the Senators will have a runner on base. Seth Barrett, the twin, comes to the plate now, left-handed batter, with his brother on at first, and 2 outs. Helena looking to see if they can get a cushion on these Mavericks, as since the second inning, it's been back and forth as far as runs go. Hangus's first pitch, though, will be a ball. For Barrett, 0 for 2, or 1 for 2. Strikeout and a double. Pitch on the way as he'll swing for strike 1. And he had a good game last week against the Mavericks in Helena. As Ryan steps away from first, even count at 1, Hangus will deal. And we get strike 2. And Zach Hangus has been a spitfire for these Mavericks. Here's Hangus. Runner's going to go. This will be swung on, and that's the side. Mavericks able to hold off a runner at first with 2 outs, and we stay 6-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks portion of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craigfield as the Helena Senators have a 1-run lead over the Missoula Mavericks, 6-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And for the Mavericks, it'll be the bottom of their order, 8-9-1. Andrew Clausen to lead things off with Thomas Martin in the on-deck. And for the Senators, well, there's a new face on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and that would be Cy Miller. So change made, and it looks like we do have Stuart Long possibly heading out to the bullpen. That is Stuart Long getting into the pen for the Mavericks. So we will probably see a change for Missoula here soon. Andrew Clausen comes to the plate now to lead things off for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the fourth. They're looking to see if they can swing back with a run at least, if not a couple, to take the lead for the first time. The Senators earning a run in the first 3 innings and held off with a goose egg in the fourth. Here's Miller's first pitch, and it's going to be bounced out shortstop. We'll have it on the fringe, rocketed over to first, and just ahead of the runner, and that'll be out number 1. Great job
Number 8, Thomas Martin.
by the shortstop, Kirkpatrick, to have that rifled over just ahead of the batter as it was on the fringe halfway between second and third. That drops us to the bottom of the order to Thomas Martin for the Mavericks. And the outside pitch will be ball 1. Inside pitch will have ball 2. So 2-0 on the count for Martin. Martin 0 for 1 on the fielder's choice in the first at bat. And after getting Clausen out, it's 3-0. Now he finds the plate, does Miller, for strike 1 and gets into the count at 3-1. Top of the order in the on-deck circle, and Brendan Hill for the Mavericks. And Martin's going to smack this one foul. First baseman calls it out, puts it in the glove, and that'll be out number 2.
Number 3, Brendan Hill.
Takes us back to the top of the order to the center fielder, Brendan Hill. And Stuart Long is warming up in the bullpen for the Mavericks. So we'll probably see a change there when this inning is over. And there's a group of cyclists going by. You know, Lindbergh Craig Field, such a great spot to watch baseball, as the first pitch will come in for a strike on Hill. You got the equestrian park right across the street. Had an event going on there Saturday, so it was cool to sit up here and have some baseball, and in the background with the equestrian as Hill's going to foul this one off for strike 2. Then you got the Blue Mountain Range right behind, and then Lolo Peak just shining right back up in there on the snow cap. So 0-2 on the count to Hill. And Miller will have an outside pitch for ball 1. Nobody on. And Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the 1-2. And Hill will swing for strike 3 to end the side. So 1-2-3 for the Mavericks in the bottom of the fourth. Fifth inning coming up. You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN as we've got changes on the field for the Mavericks as Stuart Long now stands on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Brendan Hill has moved to shortstop with Bridger Johnson in center field, Trad Richardson at third. And that are your changes for the Mavericks. So a new look for here in the fifth inning. as Stuart Long gets warmed up on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Mike Use, our plate umpire, writing things down in his book. Now, folks, we get to work with some great folks here at MPSN that love to support our community, and well, one of those groups, as Dak Frazier comes in, he's going to do color commentary for us. Dak's not paying attention. I was messing around with him. But Tip Coburn and Associates, they are celebrating a 60th anniversary here in Missoula. They've been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law since 1959. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tcsattorneys.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montanans since 1959 and proud sponsors of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So we're ready to go now with Stuart Long on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound.
Number 14, Hunter Lindgren.
And it's Hunter Lindgren, the third baseman, to start things off for the Senators. They've got a 1-run lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 6-5 Senators as the sun comes out and brightens up the field here just before sunset. Outside pitch, but it's over the plate for strike one. For Stuart Long, he has had some time. 3 total games, 3 2/3 innings pitched, as a pitch in the dirt will even us out at 1. He's allowed 4 runs off of 2 hits. 3 of those runs have been earned. Hit 1 batter, walked 4, and struck out 5 with 2 wild pitches. This is going to be in the dirt for ball 2. So start out with a strike, and we do. Parker Stevens is now in the bullpen for the Mavericks as the gate is open. So we'll see how long Stuart Long is up as we get 3-1 on the count very quickly here. It looks like Caden Jordan's in a sling, and we'll have a walk to start the 5th inning. So a runner on for the Senators with
Number 6, Zach Spiroff.
Zach Spiroff coming to the plate. And Hathaway is going to come right out and check in with Long right out of the gate after walking the first batter. And you know, folks, it's getting nice out. We've got a road trip coming up with these Missoula Mavericks as they're heading over to Billings. Well, if you're going to be following them or maybe doing whatever you're going to be doing this weekend, stop in and see our friends over at Fast Trip Conoco. You know, they've got the most convenient gas pumps and a full stock of your favorite drinks and, well, the coldest ice in town. Make your car look good before you head out with a trip through the Magic Touch Car Wash, conveniently located in the parking lot at Fast Trip Conoco. Fast Trip Conoco, a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula. So, conversation done, along with his first pitch, and this one will be off the grips, high foul. Richardson's trying to get there, and he's got it in the glove for out number 1. Good job by Richardson to hop on his bike and ride that one out before it went out of play.
Number 10, Ty McGurran.
Bringing us to Ty McGurran, top of the order with 1 out and a runner at first. So, Stuart Long, foot on the rubber, with 1 out and 1 on. McGurran, as he settles in, we'll call time now. Lawson back out with Long. He'll set his foot back on the rubber, and McGurran ready to go once again. Parker Stevens warming up for the Mavericks. Throw to first. We had a pickoff over there on, I believe it was Sunday morning. Against the Royals. Here's Long now with the pitch, and this one's going to be cranked into center field. And it's chased down to put runners at first and second. A bobble with the ball, and Busey will throw it in. Throw to second and the tag, and they're going to say safe at second as the runner pushes off the shortstop, and we get runners at second and third with one out, and they will score that as a hit with an error on the outfield. So that's 5 errors against the Mavericks now, and that has been something that Hathaway has been trying to settle down. Ethan Kientz at the plate for the Senators. Runners at second and third with one out. And a pitch floated in for ball one. And we might see Parker Stevens here before too long. Hathaway has already been out to visit with just 2 batters up for Long. Here's the pitch by Long. In the dirt, Clausen doing a good job keeping it in front of him, and we go 2-0 on the count. For the Senators, it is Caden Sell in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-0 now by Long. And this one will find the plate for strike one. Clausen back out to hand the ball right over to Long, and Long was going to pick it up, but Clausen wants to converse with him. Working through with his pitcher. You know, catchers, they have a huge responsibility. They're behind the plate calling the game. They see the field. They have baseballs tossed at them all day long, and then on top of that, well, they've got to play the part of a counselor with their pitchers to cool them down and get them hyped up and set in. Long now with the stretch. And this one's going to be off the knee. Runners will hold at second and third. Clausen chasing it down. And we get ball 3. So Clausen behind the plate. And Long, as Parker Stevens is making his way back to the dugout after warming up in the bullpen. This one's into right field. And Johnson will have it. The runners will tag at their bases. And with 2 outs, the Senators will earn a run to make it 7-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Helena in the lead.
Number 16, Caden Sell.
So Caden Sell comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at third. And the Senators able to earn a run in 4 of the 5 innings, at least 1 run. They would go 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third, as this one's fouled backwards high for strike 1, out of play. No runs in the fourth. For the Mavericks, it would be a goose egg in the first inning. 3 runs in the second, 2 in the third. Here's the pitch, and it's low. Evens us out with Long on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We'll have our last covered game for high school softball tomorrow night, as the Loyola Breakers will be in Mission to take on Mac. And this pitch inside on the left-handed batter goes 2-1 on the count. Loyola will have one last regular season game, as they will play Saturday at the Butte Tournament. Only one game at that Butte Tournament, and we get ball 3 by Long. And then next weekend is divisionals. This weekend, though, folks, Missoula is going to be a hot spot, as 3 divisional tennis tournaments will be going on. And a swing for strike 2 to give us a full count. Starting tomorrow, Big Sky, Hellgate, and Sentinel will host the Class AA Western Divisional Tournament both Thursday and Friday. And then Friday, Loyola will get things going, as this one is fouled off to keep the batter alive at 3-2. And then Valley Christian will get their hosting of the Class C 13C divisional tournament. So AA Western, as a low pitch will walk the batters to put runners on the corners now for the Senators. It's the catcher, Brady Anderson, coming to the plate. As Clausen's going to head over to the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound to talk to Long. Anderson now ready as Clausen makes his way back. So Western AA Tennis Divisional tomorrow and Friday. 6B, Class 6B Western Divisional, Friday and Saturday. And Class C 13C Divisional Tournament Friday and Saturday as well. So a busy weekend for tennis here in Missoula. If you're out and about in the Missoula area, we'll stop in at Playfair and take in some tennis to cheer on our local sports heroes. Clausen's going to have this one in the dirt. The runner's going to go to second, and they're going to go ahead and let him go. So now runners at second and third with a ball pitch. And that means with the divisional tournament starting, as we had golf divisional for Class B on Monday and Tuesday, that means the end of the high school spring sports season is coming to an end. As we get one over the plate for strike one, that means a week from Saturday, Friday and Saturday, we will have softball divisional tournaments going on throughout the state, and track will have their divisional tournaments going on. Here's Long with the 1-1. Foul ball will get a strike two. And then Memorial Day weekend, well, that's when all of the state tournaments will be going on. Tennis will have their state tournament the same weekend that everybody else is having divisionals. Next week, a week from this coming weekend. So that'll have us down to Mavericks baseball and league softball, as we get a high pitch to even us out at 2. And we've got a really great group of softball players in the Missoula area and Bitterroot, Frenchtown. We're going to be doing some work with them this summer as well to highlight them. As Anderson will step out. He's got a 2-2 count with 2 out and runners at second and third. Top of fifth, 7-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with Helena in the lead. Long working his way out of the inning. And he'll have it over the plate. We get a chainsaw with Mike Hughes to end the inning, and Senators will leave 2 behind after scoring 1. We go to the bottom of the fifth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times, with a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable. Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craigfield as we get set for the bottom of the 5th inning. Missoula Mavericks up to bat in a close game. It's 7-5 Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Cy Miller will continue on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Senators. And for the Mavericks, their batting order, it'll be 2, 3, 4. Dane Frazier, Trad Richardson, and Jake Lettner up for the Mavericks as we get set to go on. And we actually might see some changes throughout the order, as we did see some defensive changes for the Mavericks, so I expect to see some other changes.
Donated the entire amount back to the Mavericks. Thank you.
All right, and the 50-50 winner donated the entire amount back to
Correction number 7, Dane Frazier.
the Maverick organization. Really awesome. Dane Frazier now at the plate for the Mavericks. Here's Cy Miller with his first pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball one. Mavericks will host their first tournament coming up over Memorial Day weekend. MPSN will have coverage of all games throughout that tournament as we go to ball 2. 2-0 on the count. And Frazier to slice this one foul. And it's going to be just out of reach for strike one. Dane Frazier this year, as far as his batting goes, 8 games he's played in, 21 at-bats, 8 runs off of 9 hits, 4 RBIs. He's got 11 singles for 15 total bases, walked 8 times, struck out twice, hit by 1 pitch, and has stolen 1 base. He's got a 600 on-base percentage. He's going to crank this one foul to even us out at 2. A .429 batting average. So Frazier will settle in with a 2-2 count. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle. And we get ball 3. So it looks like it will be Bridger Johnson to bat in the 4 spot for Lettner. Johnson in center field. And Frazier will be walked to start the inning.
13, Trad Richardson.
Brings up Trad Richardson. Putting Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. Trad settles in with 1 on and no outs. And he'll foul this one off for strike 1. Cy Miller coming in the 4th inning to spell Chase Nielsen. Held the Mavericks off in the first inning, I should say, as Richardson will have strike 2 on the foul shot down the first base line. For Trad, 1 for 2. Reached on a single. Here's the pitch. Outside, and we get ball 1. So it's 1-2 now by Miller. And Richardson really being a utility player this year. We've seen him at his normal spot at third. He's been behind the plate to catch. And this one's sent into center field, and center fielder will get there for out number 1. Frazier will stay at first. So Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks with 1 on and 1 out. Johnson's first at-bat in today's game. Subbed in on that last defensive substitution. And this one will be fouled back right at us. For Johnson this year, he's played in 11 games, so all games leading up to this one. Has had 25 at-bats. On-base percentage of .412 with an average of 200. Here's the 0-1 by Miller. Frazier's going to go high throw over the second baseman. Frazier will get up, and the center fielder will make the throw to third. Frazier dives in, and the Mavericks with a threat at third. Pitch thrown was a ball. So Johnson will settle back in. And an outside pitch will get us to ball 2. He did have a check swing, but no commitment. So they'll call it a ball. With one out, the Mavericks with a runner down the line at third. And we get ball 3. Sam Busey stands in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 1 on and 1 out. Miller will deal, and this one's going to be a walk to put runners on the corners for the Mavericks. So Miller walking 2 batters out of the 3 that he's faced as Sam Busey comes to the plate for the 4th time tonight. And Caden Jordan in the on-deck circle for Heydrich. Pitch over the plate for strike 1. For Busey, 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and had a single. And this one's out of play for strike 2 down the first base line. Frazier steps away from third. And Johnson from first. And this one's going to be a little hopper foul for Busey on the 0-2 count. 1 out on the board for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. Long's going to go to second. This one will be punched straight up in the air, foul, and Long will have to make his way back to the base. So Hathaway sending the runner on contact, or actually on motion. Mavericks making the Billings tour this weekend. Scarlets and Royals on Saturday. This one's going to be out to the shortstop. Quick throw to second. Down the line to first, and they'll turn the double play. 6-4-3, and it's 7-5 with a runner left behind for the Mavericks. We'll be up right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as Parker Stevens now stands on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. Bo King will stand in left field.
Number 18, Parker Stevens.
And standing at first now is Drew Stensrud.
Now playing left field, number 6, Bo King.
So defensive changes made for the Mavericks. Parker Stevens on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Stuart Long done. Bo King in left. Busey being done after his at-bat. And Drew Stensrud at first, which will finish out the evening for Frazier. Top of the 6th inning here at Lindbergh Craig Field, and it's actually going to be Dane Frazier behind the plate for the Mavericks.
Also for the Mavericks, now catching, number 7, Dane Frazier.
So Dane Frazier. And so lots of changes made as our plate umpire, Mike Hughes, writes them down in the book, and he's going to help out Coach Burnett, of the Senators. For Helena, it is the middle of their order. 5, 6, 7 scheduled up with Hunter Kirkpatrick to lead the inning off. So Dane Frazier getting a little time behind the plate, and I had heard rumors over the winter that he wanted to have some time catching. So why not? Kirkpatrick steps in. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher warm-up. Looks like number 11, Ethan Kientz, is heading down towards the bullpen. Parker Stevens now, we're ready with his first pitch. And it'll be in the dirt for ball 1. And we've got the Smoke Jumpers out working with their planes tonight. What a great night to be in the air. A little jealous. As we get another low pitch for ball 2. Parker Stevens for the Mavericks as a pitcher. He's had a little bit of time on that 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. 0 for 1 as a starter. 3 games pitched, 2 of them starters, and he's at 3-0 on the count now. 4 2/3 innings pitched. 9 runs off of 7 hits. 4 of those runs have been earned as we walk the first batter for the Senators. Stevens has hit 3, walked 5, and struck out 3 on the season. So Ryan Barrett will come to the plate, the DH. And inside for ball 1, and that'd be 5 ball pitches in a row for Stevens. And Stevens will find the plate for an even count at 1 now. For Ryan Barrett, 1 for 3, single. Did reach off of an error as Parker Stevens is going to go over to first. And the sun making its way towards that western horizon. Lights on here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Gorgeous night to be at a baseball game in Missoula as we get strike 2. Runner at first with no outs. Here's the stretch. And Parker will strike out his second batter of the inning. Well, I should say first strikeout facing the second batter. And we come to Seth Barrett now with 1 on and 1 out. Barrett settles in, the left-hander. Twin brother of Ryan, who was just at the plate. Here's Stevens. He'll come inside on the lefty for ball 1. Stensrud settling in over there at first with a foot on the bag. And Stevens is going to throw there. Now the pitch. And we get ball 2. 2-0 on the count. See some Mud Dogs in the building. Good to see them. Here's the pitch. And a swing for strike 1. For Seth, he is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a double. And it's Hunter Lindgren in the on-deck circle. Swung on, and it's going to be a little hopper down the first baseline foul. Evens us out at 2. Stenzer not able to get to it. Looked like that came right off the hand grips. Not using gloves, does Seth. Here's the 2-2. And this will be in past Stenzer at first. Rolls into right field, and the runner from second, or from first, will make his way around to third. And that will put runners on the corners for the Senators with one out as Hunter Lindgren comes to the plate. He'll look down the third base line for the signal from Coach Burnett. Parker talking to Hill. Now he likes where Hill is set in the shortstop position. The pitch. And Stevens will slide over the plate for strike one to Lindgren. Lindgren's had a good game today. He's 1 for 2. Reached off a pass ball, and a wild pitch will get by Frazier. That'll be the runner, bring the runner down the line from third. And the Senators will take a 8-5 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with the runner at second and one out. Pitch thrown was a ball, so 1-1 on the count. As Lindgren will settle back in, bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Senators. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 2. So 2-1 on the count. Lindgren reaching off a pass ball his first at bat, doubled his second, and then walked his last. Here's the 2-1 by Stevens. And Stevens will tag the batter to put runners at first and second now.
Number 6, Zach Spiroff.
As Zach Spiroff, the bottom of the order, comes to the plate. So here in the top of the 6th inning, hour and 35 minutes into the game, we had a little drizzle before the game. Thought we might have a delay, but Mavericks doing a good job of clearing the tarps off the field, and we had a 7 o'clock first pitch. And Stevens will put it over the plate for strike one. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Senators. And a swing foul for strike two, so 0-2 on the count. Gate closed down the third base line, so whoever they had warmed up down there, it looked like it was Ethan Kintz, so it might be that he's in the hole as he's the number 2 spot batter. Here's the 0-2 by Stevens. And this one will be punched up in the air, foul. It will keep Spiroff alive. And Stevens will tag his second batter on the inning to load the bases with one out for the Mavericks.
Number 10, Ty McGurran.
That'll bring us to Ty McGurran. Top of the order. So with one out, the Senators have loaded bases here in the top of the 6th inning. We're scheduled for 9 innings tonight. And Stevens will put it over the plate on the left-handed batter for strike one. Loaded bases for the Senators. Here's Stevens now. Swung on, and we'll have strike two. From Parker. In this inning, he's had 22 pitches. 11 of them have been 4 strikes. Here's the 0-2. And a reach to foul it off. Keeps him alive at 0-2. Dayton Bay at second. So that was the switch that I missed earlier this evening. As McGurran will step in for McGurran, 2 for 4. Strikeout. Pair of singles as we get ball 1 by Parker Stevens. He would fly out in his first at bat, and he would put a good hurt on the ball in that one, but not enough air. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It'll be a strikeout for out number 2. 2 down with loaded bases as Ethan Kientz comes to the plate, and he was the young man that was down the line in the Senators bullpen warming up earlier in this inning. And Kientz is going to foul the first pitch off for strike 1. Loaded bases with 2 outs now. Senators 8 runs off of 9 hits. They've committed 2 errors. The Mavericks 5 runs off of 6 hits. They've committed 5 errors. Senators with a run in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and then a run in the 5th and the 6th, as this one's inside for ball 1. Mavericks 3 runs in the second, 2 in the third. Here's the pitch by Stevens, and it's inside to go 2-1. Stevens, foot on the rubber. And here's the 2-1. And that's inside as we get ball 3. As the Senators getting fired up here with loaded bases. Lights on at Lindbergh Craig Field. Sunset in the west. Gorgeous night. And it is a walk to bring a runner down to make it 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Helena, as Caden Sell will come to the plate now.
Number 16, Caden Sell.
So loaded bases, 2 outs, and it's 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Outside, but it did catch the plate. Gets a strike 1. Forsell, 1 for 3. Reached off an error. Had a double. And then was walked his last at bat. As Stevens will go outside on the lefty to make it even at 1. The catcher in the on-deck circle with 2 outs for the Senators. Here's Stevens with the 1-1. And he's outside again for ball 2. I'm not quite sure, but I'm wondering if Hathaway has him throwing a specific pitch. As this one comes in low to get ball 3. Before this pitch, the previous 2 looked like they were in about the same area. Here's the 3-1. Swung on into center field. Center field will come up on it. It's a hop and a bounce, and the runner from second is home as well as the runner from third. And that will score 2 runs for the Senators off the single. And it's 11-5. Helena on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Number 17, Brady Anderson.
With Brady Anderson at the plate now for Helena. So Brady Anderson, the man that started the inning off, Hunter Kirkpatrick, in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Stevens. And this one's hard and high into left field. It's got some leg, and that one is off the wall as King will have the throw. One run is scored as the runner from first is around the corner, and the Senators will put 2 runs off of the long shot double by Anderson. And it's now 13-5. Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And the man that started the inning off, Hunter Kirkpatrick, will come to the plate with a runner at second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1.
Number 1, Hunter Kirkpatrick.
And Scott Malachi, one of the Sentinel Spartan boys basketball stars in the building, as this pitch is over the plate for a strike, supporting his fellow his fellow Sentinel Spartans on the Mavericks. And we've got a variety of schools here with the Mavericks this year. Here's the 1-1 by Stevens. And we go 2-1. 2 outs on the board with a runner at second. Stevens with the stretch. And this one's blasted into center field. And this is going to score a run as it's going to roll to the warning track. And Kirkpatrick is around second as the throw is made. He'll stand up as it comes in on the bounce, and that will make it 14-5.
Number 3, Ryan Barrett.
Senators, as Ryan Barrett comes to the plate for the second time on the inning. 7 runs earned here in the top of the 6th, and somehow I got us jumped up to the top of the 7th. It's actually the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to roll out. Shortstop will have it on the bounce. Hill with the throw to first, and it's there. And that will finish the side. So 1 left behind after 7 were earned, and it's 14-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks portion of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field as the Helena Senators take a 14-5 lead over the Missoula Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Senators, for the Mavericks. Let's see here. Going to have Caden Jordan start things off.
Number 17, Caden Jordan.
Caden Jordan comes to the plate with Cy Miller on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Mavericks with some work to do. Parker Stevens is in the on-deck circle, so I imagine we're going to see a change on the mound in the next half inning. Here's the pitch by Miller, and it'll be high for a ball. Pitch on the way, and it's low. So 2-0 now to Caden. Caden Jordan batting .250 with a .308 on-base percentage as he gets ball 3. Caden's played in 5 games and had 12 at-bats. As a pitch over the plate will get Miller in at 3-1 on the count. And the gate is open down the third base line for the Senators. So they are working on warming up a batter as we get the walk to start the inning. So Jordan will be the first man on as
number 18,
Parker Stevens is going to come in and bat in the 7 spot. And the throw down the first base line will have Jordan safe, and the ball pitch will start us out at 1-0 to Parker Stevens. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks as we go 2-0 on the count. Here's the 2-0. And Stevens will push this one straight up in the air, and it's going to come down right in the seating at about the 5th row as everybody spreads out of the way, and we'll have strike 1 now. Starting to chill out here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Sun making its way over the horizon, over the western side, and a little bit of a breeze, so it is starting to chill out as Stevens will now rocket this one over second base, the shortstop, but McGurran comes in and puts it in the glove, and that'll be out number 1.
Number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So Drew Stensrud will come to the plate now. Stensrud's first at bat of the game. With 1 out. And they'll throw to first, 1-0 on the count. With 1 out, 1 on. Stensrud will settle in. Miller will deal, and Stensrud will knock this one foul to get a strike 1. So even count at 1. Join me tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock as I'll have the last audio stream of prep softball for 2019 as the Loyola Breakers will be in Mission. As Stensrud will watch that one go by for strike 2. First pitch is at 4 from Mission High School, St. Ignatius High School, and it's a co-op MAC, so it's Mission, Arlee, and Charlo coming together to perform. And Stensrud will bounce this one out to Miller. He's going to throw to second for the cutoff and they're going to say no, the runner at second is safe. So they don't get anybody. And Red Mavericks will have runners at first and second with 1 out. And they're going to call time, and the officials will come together. And it's an awesome thing about our officials in Missoula. No matter what sport it is, they will come together and converse to make sure that they make the right play, and that's the most important thing, is that we have the right play. And they're going to say safe for everybody. And here comes Coach Burnett out to the plate to talk to our plate umpire, Use. And on the fielder's choice, and it doesn't look like Use has much that Burnett wants to hear is. And Burnett looks like he's going to turn to the dugout and not get an overturn on the call, as Use just kind of shrugs his shoulders a couple of times. And so Burnett not happy. He's trying to holler some things out at our field umpire, Nick Yonke. So that brings us to Dayton Bay to bat in the bottom of the order for the Mavericks, with runners at first and second and one out. Here's Miller with the pitch, and Bay will check swing, but they're going to say this is strike one. Here is Miller now with the deal. And it'll be inside, but over the plate for strike two. From up here, it looked like it was inside, but Use has the mask on, and I've got the microphone, so that puts me in my place. 0-2 on the count. And they're going to say outside for ball one, and Helena wanted the strikeout. 1-2 on the count. Here's the 1-2. And we get an even count at 2. For Bay, 8 games played, 12 plate appearances. He's got a .353 on base with a .167 average. And he'll be struck out for out number 2. So that swings us to the top of the order for the Mavericks, as the shortstop, Brendan Hill, will come to the plate. Runners at first and second. Hill will settle in the first pitch. He'll swing on for strike one. 0-1. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. Runners at first and second. 2 outs on the board. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Senators in the top of the 7th, as we get a ball pitched to Hill for an even count at 1. Mavericks on the road for the next 5 games, as Hill will swing for strike 2. And Anderson will head out to the mound. On the road to Billings Saturday and Sunday, with Scarlets and Royals on Saturday, and the Scarlets and Post 22 out of Rapid City on Sunday. And then a trip to Helena next Wednesday night. So the next 5 games on the road for the Mavericks. MPSN will have coverage for all of your games, as this one's fouled off the bat to keep Hill alive at 1-2. For Hill, 2 for 3. A couple of singles, and he was struck out his last at bat. Here's the 1-2. And Hill will foul it just over the head of the umpire. Keeps it 1-2. And that matchup on Sunday with Post 22, that's going to be good. That's a preview of the Mavericks' trip for 4th of July, as they go to the traditionally go to the Firecracker Tournament in Rapid City, hosted by Post 22, and Hill will be struck out to end the side. So the Mavericks able to get 2 on, but they're left behind, and we go to the top of the 7th. 14-5, Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Frazier.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the top of the 7th inning, and it's 14-5 Senators on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Some defensive changes for the Mavericks as Bo King comes out of left field, and he will be the catcher. Drew Stensrud stands on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Parker Stevens is in left field, and Dane Frazier is back at first base. So a little change, Rochambeau, and we get ready for our leadoff batter, which is Seth Barrett for the Senators. So 3 of the 4 Maverick catchers being featured tonight. Trad Richardson, the only one that we have not seen. You never know. There's still 2 innings to go. Here's Drew Stensrud with his first pitch of the inning, and it's outside for ball 1. Here's Stensrud now with the stretch. And this will be over the plate to even us out at 1. No work in the bullpen for either side. We have seen some work in there earlier, as the high pitch will get us ball 2. Top of 7 in a 9-inning game. Senators with 14 runs off of 12 hits and 3 errors, as this one will come in low over the plate to even us out at 2 on the count. The Mavericks 5 runs off of 6 hits, but they've committed 5 errors. Those errors costly in the early part, as the outside pitch will give us a loaded count at 3-2. First batter here in the 7th, and Stensrud. This one's going to be fouled backwards. And those individuals in the first 5 rows a little flinchy when that ball comes off the bat now. Here's the 3-2. Shot into the gap. And this is going to turn out to be a good one for Barrett as he gets on the bike and rides around second. He's on his way to third as the throw is made. It's an overthrow. And Stensrud is there to keep it with the runner at third. A huge triple for Stensrud.
Number 14, Hunter Lindgren.
That'll take us to Hunter Lindgren now, with a runner at third and no outs. Stensrud will deal. And we'll get strike 1 to Hunter Lindgren. Lindgren, the third baseman. Bottom of the order stands in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1. And we get strike 2. For Lindgren, 1 for 2, reached off a pass ball his first at-bat, has a double, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Here's Stensrud with the 0-2 now. And we get a ball pitch. It's going to get away from King, and that will bring the runner down the line. And the Senators will make it 15-5, and the bases have cleared with no outs. It's 1-2 on the count. Stensrud now with the pitch. And this one will have some air underneath it as it goes foul. And Lindgren will stay alive. Hunter Spiroff in the on-deck circle for the Senators. Here's the 1-2. And this one will be past the shortstop. Rolls into left field as Parker Stevens will gather it up. And that'll be a hit for the Senators. Bottom of the order, Zach Spiroff now coming to the plate with no outs and a runner at first. And King is going to stand in front of the plate to signal the field. Nope, he's not. He's going to get behind the plate and settle in.
Your attention, please. For the Senators, batting for Spiroff.
And we have a change. It's going to be number 20, Eamon Burke. And Burke will foul this one. So Eamon Burke settles in, 0-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. Stensrud will check the runner at first, and now we'll have the stretch. And over the plate for strike two. Mavericks looking for their first out of the inning. One run earned to make it 15-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Stensrud gets the pitch from King. Here's the pitch. And it'll be outside for ball one. Here's the 1-2 by Stensrud. And it's floated in. We get the chainsaw rip, and out number one will be a K for Stensrud. Swings this to the top of the order, and we've got a new batter.
Your attention, please.
Rudy Barkley.
Batting for McGurran. Number 8, Matt Burton.
Matt Burton. And the first pitch to Burton will be over the plate for strike one. Here's the pitch. And King keeps it in front of him for ball one. So the Senators have been through their lineup 5 times. So Coach Burnett going ahead and subbing in some players. And these players were written in on the lineup sheet. The Senators have a lineup sheet that has all of their players on the bottom of it already printed out as we get ball 2 to Burton. It's Ethan Kites in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-1 by Stensrud. And this will bounce out, picked up by the shortstop. Tag at second to get the leadoff runner on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 outs on the board now. And that will take us to Ethan Kites with 2 down and a runner at first. Stensrud now ready with the pitch, the stretch. And a swing for strike one. We did see Kites in the bullpen a few innings ago, warming up, but yet to see him on the mound. Here's the 1, and King picks it up off the dirt for ball 1. Even count at 1. Caden Sell in the on-deck circle for the Senators, as this one is fouled straight up in the air and will land just outside of play down the first base line. Gives us a count of 1 and 2. 2 outs and a runner at first. And it looks like Richardson and Coach Burnett having a conversation over there at third. Here's Stensrud with the stretch. And this one will have eyes as it gets past the shortstop. And runners at first and second off the single by Kynes. Caden Sell at the plate now for the Mavericks. And King's going to go ahead and head out and check in with Stensrud. Folks, if you're looking to upgrade your ride, well, maybe you should stop by our friends at 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. Whether it's their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location on South Reserve at 3300 right here in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Stensrud's pitch will be low for ball 1. So 1-0. And the Mavericks have opened up the gate down the first base line with a pitcher warming up. Still has his coat on. And Stensrud will step off, and they're going to call a balk. That will advance the runners to second and third. 2 outs on the board for the Mavericks. It'll be 3-4-5 on the inning. And when they make it to the bottom of the 7th, here's the pitch by Stensrud. And this one's cranked into center field. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So 1 run earned with 1 left behind, and we go to the bottom of the 7th with the Mavericks needing some work to do. Back in just a few moments on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning where the Missoula Mavericks are needing to put some work in. They're down 15-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Hello, everyone. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field. Helena Senators and the Missoula Mavericks in a night game, the first night game at Lindbergh Craig Field of the season. And, well, it's just an exciting time. I know the scoreboard doesn't show it, but it's always great to have that first game under the lights. For the Mavericks to start things off, it'll be Dane Frazier, so 2-3-4 scheduled on the inning as Frazier steps to the plate. And the Mavericks needing some runs to extend this game. They could run into a 10-run rule here in the 7th inning as the first pitch by Cy Miller from the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound is a strike. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. And Miller will have the pitch outside to even us out at 1. Mavericks in Billings Saturday and Sunday. Scarlets Royals on Saturday. And it will be Connor Daniels throwing as Frazier's going to have this one deep into center field. It's got some leg all the way back to the wall. Frazier's around second, on his way to third as the throw is made, and Dane Frazier will stand up at third to start things off for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
That brings up the heavy bat of Trad Richardson. Great throw by the center fielder to get that one in. Richardson settles in, and here's Miller with the first pitch. And we'll have ball 1. So for the Mavericks, it's Connor Daniels warming up in the bullpen down the first baseline. And this one's going to be bounced right out. Shortstop will have it in the dirt. The throw to first is made, out number 1, as Frazier steps on the plate at home. And the Mavericks make it 15-6.
Number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Takes us to Bridger Johnson. Here's the pitch. And this one will find the second baseman. The throw to first is made, and just in time on the bag was the foot, and that'll be out number 2.
Number 6, Bo King.
So that brings up Bo King to bat in the 5 spot. His first at-bat of the game. He was in left field for an inning and then slid behind the plate as the first pitch by Miller will be a ball. Mavericks showing off their three of their 4 catchers tonight so far. Clausen, Frazier, and King. Trad Richardson the only one that hasn't put on the gear, as this one's over the plate for strike 1, but the night is still young. We could see that. It's Caden Jordan in the on-deck circle. And this one will be foul down the third base line for strike 2.
and it took a hop and went right over the first base bag. I'm standing down there pointing fair, and nobody was paying any attention to me.
1-2 on the count with 2 outs. Nobody on. And King will have a pass ball, the throw down the line to first, and that is the side. So the Mavericks earn a run to make it 15-6. We go to the top of the 8th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash. On Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Helena Senators leading the Missoula Mavericks 15-6 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And we've got a defensive change for the Mavericks as Connor Daniels now stands on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. So we go to 8, and it will be Brady Anderson to start things off, his 6th at-bat or plate appearance of the day. Connor Daniels now with his first pitch. And this one's going to be rolled out. Second baseman will go to the dirt, throw to first, and Frazier not able to secure it as it was off target, and the runner will reach off the air. So 1 on off the air for the Senators as Hunter Kirkpatrick comes to the plate. Here's Daniels outside for a ball. Pitch on the way, and it's over the plate for strike 1. Even count at 1. Here's the 1-1, and contact, foul back into King, and it looks like maybe he took that one off of his hand. So we get 1-2 on the count. King now set behind the plate as our plate umpire, Mike Hughes, is out there talking to Daniels, and he'll come back. The batter at the plate is Hunter Kirkpatrick. For Kirkpatrick, 2 for 4, singled his first at-bat, a triple his last, and was walked in his 4th. Daniels with a deep breath, left-hander for the Mavericks. Pitch on the way, and this one's foul down the first base line. Caden Jordan trying to get there, but just out of his reach. And we go again at 1-2. Gate open down the third base line for the Senators. So they're warming up a pitcher for the, possibly for the bottom of the 8th inning. Daniels now with the stretch. And we get ball 2. So 2-2 on the count. Pitch on the way. And we get a full count at 3-2 on the ball pitch. Connor Daniels pitching for the Mavericks. And Connor 0 for 1 as a pitcher with 2 games. And this one's going to be bounced out and not able to hold on to it as it'll roll into center field. And that will be, they're going to score that as a hit. And runners at first and second with no outs for the Senators. As we bring up Ryan, let's see, that's a number 7 on the jersey. So Tyler Tenney.
Number 3, Ryan Barrett.
Tyler Tenney. It is number 7, Tyler Tenney. His first at-bat of the day. And this is off the knee of King, but the runners will hold as King chases it down. So 3 players have switched up here for the Senators so far as Connor sets his foot on the rubber. No outs here in the top of the 8th. And a high pitch We'll make it ball 2. So back to Connor Daniels on his pitching. He's 0 for 1 in as a record. 2 games played. He's got 2 innings pitched. 6 runs off of 3 hits. 4 of those have been earned. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. And he'll put this one over the plate to get into the count at 2-1. Tenney settles back in with Seth Barrett in the on-deck circle. And King not able to hold on to it. That'll advance the runners to second and third, and we go 3-1 on the count. Mavericks searching for their first out of the inning here. Senators lead 15-6 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. They would put up 7 runs in the 6th inning. They have put a run up in every inning except for the 4th. And an inside pitch will walk the batter to load the bases. So that brings up Seth Barrett.
Number 4, Seth Barrett.
So Barrett will settle in with loaded bases and no outs. Here's Daniels with the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 1. Oh, 1 now on the count. Daniels with the stretch. And it's outside. Looked like it was about the same line as that last pitch came in, but Use will call it ball 1. For Seth Barrett, 3 for 5. He's got a couple of strikeouts, a double, a single, and a triple. So if he can find enough bat to get this one over the fence, he'll run for the cycle as we get ball 2. Here at Lindbergh Craig Field, though, it's tough as it's 340 down the first and third base lines, 410 to the seams in outfield, both seams. Here's 2-1, and a foul tip back into King. We'll make it 2-2 on the count. Hunter Lindgren in the on-deck circle for the Senators. No outs. Daniels with the 2-2. And this one's off the knee. They're going to go ahead and bring the runners ahead, and that will score a run for the Senators to make it 16-5, and we get a full count at 3-2. So that'll move runners up. So runners at second and third with no outs. And a full count to Seth Barrett. And this one will be fouled once again. As Stensrud's not able to get it. Stensrud over at third. Now for the Mavericks. Full count. Here's the 3-2. Daniels looking to see if he can get the pitch from King, and now does. The stretch. And swung on the first out of the inning will be a strikeout for Daniels. That brings us to Hunter Lindgren.
Number 14, Hunter Lindgren.
And Angus is going to bring some balls out for use. Lindgren to settle. And Daniels ready to. Runners at second and third with 1 out for the Senators. They've earned 1 run so far here in the 8th, as Daniels will have a ball pitch. Runners at second and third take their lead. Daniels with the stretch. And we get 2-0. Here's the 2-0. This one will bounce out. Second baseman comes up, picks it up in the dirt. Throw to first is there. That'll be out number 2, but the runner from third will score, and the Senators now take a 17-6 lead over the Mavericks.
Number 20, Eamon Burke.
Brings us to Eamon Burke for his second at-bat of the night. 2 outs now, top of 8. Here's the pitch by Daniels. Reach, foul, and we get strike 1. 0-1. Daniels with the stretch, runner at third. And we get an even count at 1. For Burke, his first at bat, he would be struck out. Here's the 1-1. And King's got to search for it on ball 2. With the lights on and the evening setting in here, a little harder to keep track of that little white ball. Here's the 2-1. Outside, and we get ball 3. Daniel with the stretch. And this one's right over the glove of Daniel. Second baseman will pick it up. Throw to first will not be in time. No, they'll punch him out, and that will end the side. So 2 runs earned, make it 17-6. Mavericks back to work. Bottom of the 8th. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we drop to the bottom of the 8th inning. And a new man on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, that would be Ethan Keinson, a new catcher.
For the Senators now pitching, number 11, Ethan.
Number 25, it looks like. Number 15, okay. And that's Peyton Witham. Leading off for the Mavericks, it's going to be Caden Jordan. So the Mavericks needing to put some work in here. They're down 17-6 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And it'll be Jordan as he's going to find the hole up the gut, and he'll be on for the second time. He was walked his first at bat, and that'll put a runner at first with no outs for the Mavericks. And now Connor Daniels will bat. And with them losing the ball there for ball 1. Stensrud in the on-deck circle. And that'll be ball 2. Kites, foot on the rubber. And this one will be smacked out to the second baseman. The tag at first, the throw down the line to, second and first. And the 4-6-3 double play will be turned for 2 outs. Just like that, as we come to Drew Stensrud. And Stensrud will swing foul for strike 1. So the Mavericks on the road this weekend in Billings. Kind of excited. We're going to play at Deller Park on Saturday. Haven't been to the Mustangs field yet, as the wild pitch will give us ball 1. MPSN will have coverage of all 4 games this weekend. First pitch on Saturday is at 3 p.m. for the first game as we get ball 2. Second game will be about 20 minutes after that. Sunday's games will be a little bit different because they are splitting the fields, or splitting the games, as Stensrud will smack this one foul to get an even count at 2. But we'll be at Pertz Field for the first game against the Scarlets on Sunday morning, and then it'll be at Deller for the Rapid City game, as they're going to look down the line and say no commitment by Stensrud, so we go to ball 3. So 3-2 on the count. Stensrud with a check swing. Dayton Bay in the on-deck circle, bottom of the order, and this one will be hit off the grips. Chased down by the first baseman. Kynes is there, the pitch, and that is game. Helena gets the win, 17-6 over the Mavericks in 8 innings. It would be 17 runs off of 15 hits, 3 errors, and for the Mavericks, 6 runs, 8 hits, and 7 errors. Mavericks will fall to 4-8. We'll talk to you on Saturday, or actually tomorrow, from Mission for Breakers versus Mac. Have a good evening, folks. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, good